This is the Real Mom Hub.
Keep listening for relatable content.
Is it nice? Yeah, it like really blends in with your sweater.
Yeah, I didn't have any other makeup on. Maybe that's my lipstick.
Oh, listen, really ties in the whole sweater, which was stunning to begin with.
Yeah, would you like a whole for anybody on YouTube?
Oh
well,
my gosh.
Yeah. My friend
Hand knit.
Rachel, yes, hand knit, wool.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's incredible. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2025.
I know. So nice to see you.
You too.
In this new year. We have some ins and outs for 2025 that we're excited. Well, really, I just want to hear about what yours are. But before that, a little reflection, as one does at the turn of the new year. We just talk really regularly about how grateful we are for all y'all. So thanks for tuning in. We had a blast launching this podcast in 2024. Had some really phenomenal conversations. And honestly, I'm really proud of us because I think the hardest thing is starting the thing. And we did it and we're rolling.
Yes, and we learned how to have a normal conversation in front of a microphone, which is really hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, so proud.
And I'm so, like, on a personal level, grateful to have the conversations that we have recorded with our family members. I'm so grateful that they trusted us to put their voices and our conversations with them out there to the public. That's honestly huge. So the fact that thank you so much that we had our aunties, our grandma, our baba, our mom willing to put their voices on the internet with us and trust us with their stories means the world. So thank you all.
And those of you that wrote in and, even when you said like, that was me, like just to see that mirror of my experience and so many people, I just feel the community. It's just so great to feel women around the country just going through it together.
And in other countries.
Yeah.
I think we've had like listeners from 23 or 24 countries. Wild.
So fun.
Very
Turns
cool.
out it's a similar experience for a lot of women. Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk? Oh my gosh.
So 2025 on the Real Mom Hub.
Yes. What can people expect from us?
Well, we did reflect on the fact that we don't have enough time to have episodes that are over an hour. So they just won't be because we don't have time. You don't have time.
We're going to shorten things up a little.
An hour.
Yeah. Yep. So we're thrilled to introduce you to the women who were crucial in our formation growing up. And now we're going to be pulling in our friends, some strangers, everyday moms. We just want to hear about their matrescence. There are enough people talking about birth stories and they're powerful to hear every time.
I love it. I'm a junkie.
I can't listen. It's like too much for me. It's overload. Like I can't do it. But Callie's obsessed. So, to each their own. I want to know about matrescence, this identity shift, this
when you become a mother.
Yes, this invisible, unseen transition that most of the world doesn't know to look for or acknowledge. So we're really, really excited to shed light on those stories.
Because also that's what the most people respond to our episodes kind of on those topics of like, we need to hear more of that.
Yes.
So that was eye-opening for us that's a place that we really can explore, that there's a need. So it's for us, it's for you. It's just something that's really important.
Agreed. Yeah. So I'm excited. If you have a story or something that just shook you to the core, that you didn't feel seen in those moments and you want to give that gift to other women, write in. You can click the little text us line right above the description in each episode. You can email us. We're at therealmomhub@gmail.com. DM us on social. Totally. Yeah. So if you want to share your story, we would love to have you.
TikTok? Do you even DM on TikTok?
I am so I do TikTok. I just started TikTok. I am not in love. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'll check. Since you mentioned it, I'll check.
Also, if you want to celebrate matrescence, because we're trying to do more of that too, because there's so much hard and it's important to talk about the ick and the hard. And I think it's just valuable. But the reason we want to talk about it is because it's so powerful. Yeah. It's such an incredible thing that we just want to help more women embrace it. And help ourselves.
Yes. 100%. So we'll have everyday moms on talking about their experiences, talking about the things that maybe are not showcased often. And we're also going to be hearing from some experts because you and I are curious. We want to be
Mhm.
educated. We have topics we want to learn more about. Chances are y'all will want to learn about those things as well. So we'll share them here as well. So that's our focus for 2025.
2025
Buckle
on the
up.
Real Mom Hub.
Yes.
All right, ready for our ins
Yes.
and outs?
I'm so ready. Okay. And that note, why don't you go first? What's your first in or
I don't
out?
even know if I did it right. Mine are like all coordinated. It's like I had like a T chart. It was like
Oh, what?
in, like a T chart, whatever. Okay, it was like here's my in, and then here's my related out. Were
Well,
they
that's
supposed? Okay,
yeah, they're
is that
paired.
correct? Okay, let's see. Oh, if this is your first time listening to this episode, please listen to other episodes where I have deeper thoughts than this. Ready? In number one, plenty of laundry baskets. Because my out is, oh, I don't need to go waste $10 at Target and buy another laundry basket. I need to stay on top of my laundry. No, I have like 10 laundry baskets now and my life is greatly improved. And I don't even mean that lightly. Like my laundry system isn't making me crazy anymore.
Why were you trying to limit your laundry? I'm so confused. Like, this is the difference between you and me. Like, for me, I'm like, I have use for 10. Like, I'm gonna go get 10. Like, why were you
Oh, and
trying
I
to
was like, I
limit your
shouldn't need 10 laundry baskets. I should just be able to like do it every day. 2 should be
every
fine.
day?
Well, I did cloth diaper for a while and like I had to, so I know
Every
I've done it. Yeah, see, this is what I thought. And then when I gave myself permission to not do that, so much better.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. More power to you. Okay. I'm gonna start with an out.
Mm.
I would just like to let you know that I think 22 is out for me.
22?
20
Like that you
22 is
think you're 22?
yeah. Like I
What do
think
you think
that
you are now at 24?
no, no, I think I'm like around 28, you know?
Like my age.
Well, when you put it that way, that's awkward because in my head you've been 35 since you've been 14. So
Look at my sweater.
no, I just like you know what? As I look around my life, I'm like, okay, in reality, you're solidly into your 30s now. You have a child, you own a house. Actually, it's a really awkward duplex situation. You own a
It's
duplex.
really nice. What are you saying? Okay, keep
Well, I'm
going.
saying it's awkward because we don't rent out the lower
That's
unit.
correct. You just have both units
Yeah,
fully
for sure.
running. Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I mean, we live in the suburbs of a city. I don't know. I got enough gray in my hair now. Yeah, so
You
I guess I'm
do.
like thank you. Okay,
You're
you didn't need to
welcome.
just jump on that train. I'm gonna go with in 2025. I'm a solid 28 years old in my head.
In your head. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to clarify that's not your real age in case anyone was confused.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what are you in your head?
I have no idea.
You never thought
I
about this?
Well, I just always the closer I get to 30, I'm like there's no way that I'm 30 cuz I just don't feel 30. Like
Okay, so you do the same thing.
yeah, but I don't have an age that I like feel like. The first time I felt older than no, the first time the number seemed older than I felt was 26.
Okay, so maybe you're 25.
Well, I take that back. 23 was when I like couldn't bounce back after a late night in college. I mean, I wasn't in college anymore, but 23, I
Mm,
remember being like, "Ooh, I'm getting a little old. Like this isn't the morning that I anticipated." Then
okay.
26 was like, "Oof, really not 26." So,
Okay.
yeah, maybe 24, 25.
It's just been so liberating for me. Like I never thought about the birthdays or the years. I was always like, yeah, I'm 22. It's fine. It's whatever. Like I really never considered it. Doctor's forms, whatever. I was like, oh, this is just a number. I'm really just 22.
So we'll just have to throw a big party when you finally feel like you're 30.
Ah, cannot wait.
That'll be great. So
It's gonna be
mature.
so fun. The
All
big
right.
3-0.
Oh, ready for my next one?
Yeah, so ready. Let's go.
I'm so behind on this one. My in, bone broth. My out, I just think like stupid broth. Like, why would I not use bone broth?
Oh, you're talking so to clarify, you're not talking about like drinking bone broth shots or like
No, I
wellness
just mean like using bone broth instead
instead
of
of regular
not.
broth. Do we talk ever?
Apparently not about that.
I think I put it in one of our newsletters
Great, maybe I
recently.
should read those more
You
often.
should read our
Yeah,
newsletters.
bone broth, I love it. It's great. I even started making it.
Ooh, do you roast your bones ahead of time or just like
Sure don't, just put them in a crock pot
I mean, that's
for
great. No, that's
24 hours.
sure. No, that's really good. Love that for you. I've never made it because it just sounds like extraneous. So I
Well,
don't
you
know.
would want it to, like, taste really good, and mine
I
is like,
would.
"I'm
I
gonna get this done."
love sipping. Like every time we're sick. Yeah, I make little bone
Mhm.
broth shots. You squeeze a little bit of like fresh lemon juice. If you like have some thyme sprigs to kind of swirl in there with
Make
a
it
little
look
bit of salt.
pretty.
No, I take them out. I mean, it
Mm.
just honestly infuses it with thyme flavor. Like if it's a beef bro, oh, so
Mm.
good. Okay, in country music.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Tonight when we were making dinner, Kyle threw on Luke Combs, who we love.
Oh, like new country music.
Oh, yeah, totally. And BBK was in his height chair and he started
Cute.
head banging.
Cute.
And then I was watching him and I was like, "Oh my god." Like I think for the last 6 plus months, we've mostly been listening to like classical music or like Appalachia or like
Poor kid.
bluegrass, folk. Literally, we've just been like chill, whatever. That was a few months before Halloween, which was the cutoff for my sweet husband putting on Christmas music. He has to wait till November 1st, which, believe it or not, is actually really difficult for him. And then it's straight Christmas music for 2 months.
Mhm.
So he put on country today, and I was like, oh my god. BBK had a brat summer. Like, don't get me wrong. He loved to get down on some Chapel Roan like HOTTOGO. Like he was in it. He was a phenomenon.
Mhm.
I can't even say it. Where's the
Mhm.
music? Anyways, I had so much energy with this country music.
Yes.
And I need manufactured energy. I need energy in a jar right now because he's just like a little energizer bunny all the time. So country
Mhm.
music, pop music, it's in. Simple,
Yeah.
feel good music in,
Yeah.
chill, intellectual music out.
Which is extra funny because you and I both have music degrees. So,
As
like,
does Kyle, and he still performs. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it makes it, like, a little less snooty, I feel like.
No, I'm not trying to be snooty.
I
Like
know, I know,
we
that's why I'm
listen to weird fish in our household.
okay, my out, public school teaching.
Oh, you did do that in 2024.
Yes, I did. So my in is a flexible work schedule doing things that I actually enjoy. And I did
Or
enjoy aspects of public school, but there were a lot of things that I did not enjoy.
yeah. And I
Yep.
know you loved your kids and you loved
Yep.
all that. Yep.
Yep.
So
But new sense of freedom.
okay. Good
Yeah.
for
It's a big one.
you. Loving it. In for me, sourdough. I'm in my
Mhm.
sourdough era, a little late to the game, like
Mhm.
5 years late, but here we are. And the thing is that I'm actually like kind of bad at it. Like I would say like a 3 batch streak where I was like, wow, am I like kind of amazing? The
Mhm.
only thing that's wrong with this is my lower crust is too crispy.
Yeah, mine's too chewy.
Yeah, and then I started trying to mess with that and I haven't gotten so I kind of love that I'm not good at it.
Mhm.
Like that's actually
Mhm.
fun for me. So I want to like actually become good at this thing. And I want to
Yeah.
become good at like yeast breads too or whatever you call them. I don't know. And out is processed bread. Like frankly in Milwaukee, we're in a bread desert.
A bread desert.
Okay, you're rolling your eyes at me and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah,
Like
because you could still get Dave's Killer Bread or Ezekiel bread, which, like, is nutritious
okay,
and
but
has some good flavor.
I hear what you're saying, but like the little like artisan, like actually
Yeah.
good. I'm like, where are they?
Bread
Where are
desert.
they? Where are they? I know where they exist in my farmer's market, but does that exist in December right now? No. Where do they
It
go
might. Have
during
you
the farmers?
looked?
Yes, it turns into
Oh.
a Christmas market. There's no more farmers
Oh.
market.
I am feeling the same way with bread. Granted, I just rekindled a starter. Like, it's been years since I did this. But I have a recipe that is so hands off and it went
Ooh.
so well. And I just made whole wheat pita with my friend out of her starter and it was so fast,
Okay,
puffed up.
send me
Yeah.
recipes. I need
Yeah.
them.
Like
I
if
need
we just
them.
had pita all the time, you just like stuff in there, like hummus and pita.
I don't really like pita, I have to tell you, but
Mm.
I did try your friends that I
Oh
think you,
yeah,
like,
with
brought some
yes.
somewhere that I was.
And that
That
was
was
like
good.
had been frozen, just
Oh,
thawed.
it was still good. It was
Like,
still
it's when
really
it's
good.
fresh. Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, mine is related to the having flexible work now, but I am just so grateful for slower mornings. And I did write slower mornings because they still feel a little rushed sometimes, but that is a big in for me because my out, this is going to make you want to throw up. Our normal was we had to leave the house with our children on work days before 7 a.m. Yeah. Like now that I'm not doing that anymore, I'm like, why would anybody choose to do that? Horrible.
Okay, here's the thing about you and Kevin. You're both so graceful and kind all the time, and honestly just delightful to be around and, like, fun. Like, I watch you 2 and I'm like, "Oh, they look like they're having so much fun."
Wow.
Like, what a
Thanks.
literally. And I just have held for years, like, watched your lifestyle ever since you had Charlie, actually, and just been like, "How are they nice to be around ever? Like, how are
I'm
they
feeling the
doing
same
all
way
of
about my
these
former
things?"
self.
It's been blowing my mind. So I'm just thrilled for you that you have a chance to choose different things.
Speaking of Kevy Boy, Kev,
Gabby.
he just got home from a bowling fundraiser.
Like they
I
were
heard him like
fundraising for bowling or
it was like fundraising for cancer something, but it was at a
you don't
bowling
even know.
alley.
You don't
I
even
don't
know
know,
what
but
your
he like
husband just
tiptoed
was.
in. All right. I'm gonna say he's fine. Well, thank you for that kind comment. I'm really happy that's no longer our life.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. That's a
Mhm.
feminine
I don't
nomenon
know.
feminine
You're still
for you.
trying.
We're done. Okay, in for me is vinegar.
Okay.
I hate I hate the smell of vinegar. I
Oh,
have
like to clean.
Yeah, I have memories of
Oh.
mom using, like, vinegar water as
Oh,
kids
the
and
worst was the
this
coffee pot one when she'd run it through so that it was like hot burning vinegar. Ugh.
I can't even I think I blacked that one out. I don't even know what
Oh,
you're talking about.
that was like puke worthy.
No, I'm talking about, like, for literally anything, I was like, "I'm never having this in my life ever. Nope, not for me. Not the
Okay.
vinegar."
So what was the change?
Well, out. I'm, like, trying to eliminate toxins, and I'm trying to, like, eliminate plastics and, like, I
Are you making your own
you
cleaner?
know I'm making my own. I'm on a
Well,
journey.
there's like Aunt Franny's has some nice
No,
pre-made
I know
ones
I
that
could
don't
buy
smell
it.
so bad.
I'm
Okay.
just kind of like I go honestly, like, with BBK, I go through so much cleaning solution all the time,
Yeah.
and I want him to be able to, like, frankly ingest it and me not go into, like, a panic.
Mm.
Not that he ever will ingest it, but I'm like, I shouldn't be worried about him touching all of these surfaces all the time if there's a solution on there that would send me into a panic attack if he licked
Like you
like
probably just shouldn't have that in your house, is what you're saying.
exactly,
Unless
yes.
there's some norovirus, in which case bring on the
I have
bleach.
bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I love a good toilet bowl cleaner. I think I will never I think I will celebrate putting toxic chemicals in my toilet bowl for maybe the rest of my
Ever.
life. I don't know. That's the one
Yeah.
place where I'm like, that deserves something punishing.
I currently have a non-toxic toilet bowl cleaner that, boasts, like, eucalyptus and tea tree on the front and nothing else, and I'm
Yeah, I've
like,
done that before one time and I said no.
yeah, I was using it the other day and thought, "This is not right.
Yeah.
Something's wrong here."
Yep. So vinegar is in.
That's funny.
I still hate it, but I've been covering up the smell with like a ton of tea tree and lemon oil,
Mhm.
essential oils.
Nice,
It's been
nice.
better. It's been fine. Also, if you mix it with a little bit of like rubbing alcohol for whatever
Yeah,
reason, that helps cut it for me. I
because
don't
I
know.
don't mind the rubbing alcohol
No, no,
smell.
that's fine. That's like disinfected. I feel good about that.
Yeah, I don't mind vinegar either, but unless it's running
Blech.
through a coffee pot, horrible.
Bad.
Mine is related, more controlled mess. Like I'm okay with Charlie's art stuff just like being all over, kind of to a point. Like our window seat is currently just like Charlie's art station.
Sure. For
So it's just
listeners
like
though, like
all
it's a very
over.
long, large window seat
Yeah, and like
and
we're
it's
not
out of the
repainting
way.
it until the kids are old. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
like full of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
getting
So
better at just like leaving that, embracing that.
nice. And
Mhm.
it's at his height too. Like when he
Yeah.
wants to grab it.
Yeah, it's, like, pretty perfect, although it's also at Nora's height, so she's covered in orange marker right now as she sleeps, like, in her sleep because we couldn't get it off.
So Charlie has permanent orange markers instead?
No, he somehow got a highlighter. I mean, it's, like, light. She just looks like she had too many carrots, but
Mm.
when you were talking about, like, cleaning so often with BBK, I was like, "Huh." You've always been a bit better at cleaning than I have, which is
Ugh.
funny given our personalities.
You should see my kitchen.
Mm,
I think it really inspires mental health for me in a way where your brain just operates in a much more organized state.
mm,
Like, there's a reason that I need Google Sheets and grids, and that orders my brain for me,
mm.
where
I
yours
get
kind of, like,
overwhelmed.
spits out charts
Yeah,
automatically. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, wait, what's out then for you? In for you was organized chaos.
Oh, like, stupid aspirations to have, like, a Pinterest-worthy house. Like, I'm finally kind of over that.
Okay,
Yeah. I
great.
actually think I am. Like, the dog chewed a hole through my nice wool carpet that I Facebook Marketplaced, and
In your living room?
yeah, it was really weird. Like, we don't know
She's
why she did
so
it.
well behaved.
Yeah, we have no idea why she did it.
That's weird.
And Kevin was like, "Look," thinking I'd be just horrified, and I was like, "Okay." Granted, I don't, like, love the rug, but also that's another moment of growth because I used to be like, "I don't love this rug, really wanna get a new rug." I'd, like, sit there looking at my house, thinking about all the things to change, and now I just have, like, better things to think about.
I
I
love your
still like
house.
I do too, and I still like
Feels good.
decorating. I like making spaces, but that's the point, like, I know it feels good now, so I can
Yeah.
just, like, pause and not make it perfect, and that's what I used to try to, like, obsess about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Great. Love
Thank
that for
you.
you. Uh-huh. In for me, long form content.
Oh,
I want to make a concerted effort this year to actually consume long form content.
nice. Like comedy, like just interviews, like
Like a freaking book.
oh.
Like read a GD book, you know?
Okay.
Finish the book. Don't, because you think this is efficient, don't, look up, if you're interested in a topic or a particular expert, look up 3 different interviews with the same author. Read the freaking book.
Okay, this is so funny. My next one literally is my in is like reading books, is fiction. And
Oh,
my
mine is literally just
like
I've
reading
noticed I have
anything.
a deficit of attention right now. Like, my attention
Yeah.
just doesn't last. I need to make a concerted effort to focus, and I only have so much energy to focus my focus so much throughout the day. But I also am deeply concerned about the way our world is shifting.
Mm.
Like, particularly the way that Americans consume news, and I include myself in that, and I want to make it change. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, I would really like to do some deep dives, and I think I will be better off if an author, first of all, if it's someone who I've verified has worthy ideas to share and they're good at their craft and there's good reason for the publisher to publish their book. I'm not talking about someone who just happens to have a social media following, so the publisher says, "Oh, we know we're going to get sales from this book." I'm talking about people who have what I deem excellent or challenging thoughts that will create growth in my life.
Mhm.
I want to train myself again to chew off the whole thing.
What about a fun book?
Oh, those I'm fine listening on Audible in my
Okay.
spare time if I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that I can do when I'm doing the dishes or folding the laundry. If it's not, I'm not really worried about my attention span there if it's for
Okay.
entertainment. So that I'm going to keep on Audible. But the tactile book, long form anyways, so that's my in, and I just went on a long soapbox rant. Sorry everybody. But what's out for me is phones.
Mm.
So Kyle hung, this was about a month ago, he hung a basket on the doorknob of our bedroom.
Whoa.
So we talked, this is one thing I love about Kyle. We talked about having no phones in our room.
Yep.
And then it was like a passing conversation, I think, in the car. When on my way to bed that night, I saw the basket and his phone was in it. And I was like, "Oh, fish, here we go."
Now I have to do it too.
Yeah. So we put our phones in this basket
Yeah.
before going into our room every night. And we get the weekends off. Like, Friday, Saturday night, it's whatever. We can have our phones in there if we want to do something
That's a good
stupid.
idea.
Yeah.
Because 'Cause we've done the no phones by the bed, like, we'll just have them across the room.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed in the room.
I might bring that one up again.
It's been really nice. I think my sleep's been a lot better.
We need it for our connection because sometimes, like, we'll both be
Oh,
there, like, scrolling or reading. Even, like, I read on my phone for the most part because it's one-handed. Ever since
yeah.
nursing a baby, I do
Yep.
so much like, I will read a novel on my phone, which I don't like, but then I don't wanna, like, have a paper copy too and, like, find where I am, whatever.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, just like for us talking at night, it's just not great when we have our phones there,
Mhm.
like to debrief. And with 2 kids, like it's hard to debrief by the time you get the house clean, kids put to bed. Like, yeah,
It's your time.
that's
Yeah.
your time. So mine is reading fiction because I
Okay.
did read, like, I will read the whole self improvement book or like parenting book or do like a lot of podcasts on that, like health or wellness, or, like that was just really my obsession is how can I optimize all of this? And now I'm spending actually more time consuming fiction than I'm still doing some of the other, but yeah, more fiction time, which is great.
I bet that's because you have 2 littles of different development.
Yes, I just have so much more confidence than I've just like done it once with Charlie. So now with Nora, it's not even though she's so different, like when she does something, I'm like, "Oh, this is like a normal thing to happen."
I was talking
And
about your creativity,
oh,
the way
more
you need to respond to 2 very different personalities at different development points in your household.
like my brain is just functioning differently.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's true. Like I'm not obsessing about one human that I'm like trying to mold the way.
Whoa.
No.
I haven't reached that point yet.
We can unpack that. Maybe that's a
Hmm.
future episode. It's interesting. Okay, here's
Okay, so
a
what's out? So
the out is like being obsessed with the self-improvement
ah,
or the
okay, okay,
parenting.
okay. Yep, 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 yep.
Here's a really quick one. Ready?
Yeah,
In,
yeah.
water bottle with a straw. Out, dehydration. I have like 5 Nalgene's. I love them. They're covered in stickers. Like they're a prized possession that I still use camping. But ever since mom gave me a water bottle with a straw, game changer for my hydration.
I almost put my Stanley on here. In. The Stanley, it's staying in. Like, we know that this was a thing in 2024, 2023. We know that. Is it going away in 25? The world may want to pose that question, and I'm saying no. It is here to stay.
It's yeah. In the sauna. I mean, mine was I have a Yeti or a Hydro Flask, but like when it's so cold, just like the
Ah,
hyper insulated with a straw.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yep.
Okay, in for me, I'm gonna get back to this piece of myself, of my marriage, my relationship. Long, leisurely dinners. I think,
Oh.
I'm not gonna try and schedule them, but like we used to eat dinner at 8 or 9 every night,
Mhm.
like every single night.
That's so late,
And
but okay.
that's not that late. I don't know. Like
Ugh,
we didn't have to we weren't school teachers, like we
true.
had normal jobs. We'd get home,
Yeah.
we'd like hang out, do whatever we needed to do, maybe stay late, do an event, whatever, and get home. And then, 8 or 9, we would eat. And Kieran goes to bed at 7:30. Like,
Oh, so like
we don't have
post
to eat.
baby
Yeah,
nice
we don't have
dinner.
to eat with him every
Mhm.
time. We like to.
Do you? You can say you don't because eating with the kids sucks.
It's kind of fun because when we eat with
Ah!
him, we actually like in our kitchen, we have these 2 little like foldable stools, and we honestly just like sit on the stools like little sad
So it's
people.
like camping a little bit.
It is kind of like camping,
Ugh.
and we're like feeding him. It's just kind of fun. It's like camaraderie, but not like a night. So, anyways, in the long, slow, leisurely dinner with Kyle, where we're like facing each other. And when we eat dinner, we never have phones. That's always been a thing. It's always conversation, connection. So I want that back. Out, complicated dinners for company.
You sure?
Nope, I'm not
You
sure.
heard it here, folks.
Well, okay, what actually just happened, so after on New Year's, we had, I think, 8 people total, like, wasn't a ton. We hosted a little thing, and we were coming off of an insane holiday season like everyone had, normal, and we were gonna do takeout, and then, like, we had been traveling with these friends. We were like, "Oh, we're gonna reprise, a dinner. We're gonna do, like, a family Italian style dinner," whatever, and I was like, "Sick, I'll make this." It was this vodka sauce that it used to take me 20 minutes to make for Kyle and me, like on a weeknight. I was like, I've done this a gazillion times. I'm going to make some Parmesan chicken. I'm going to keep it really simple. I was planning to eat at 8 once we put the babies down at 7:30. And I swear to God, like it took me like 3 hours of being in our like tiny kitchen, which is far removed from like the socializing
Yeah.
area. It's just awkward. It was the Office episode where they make the osso buco. Do you know what I'm talking about? Jan's like, "Oh, it only takes, like 3 more hours." And then she plays that weird soundtrack, and it's, like, so awkward and everyone hates it. I haven't had a host fail like that since 2019, and it happened to me on New Year's Eve, and it
Oh,
was
no.
it was fine because everyone was friends and they were all hanging out, and honestly, if I'm being real, it was really nice to have some alone time in my kitchen cooking. But I was still
Yeah.
there was still this element of like, you know, did you have to do this, Emily? Like, for whatever reason, it took the noodles so long to boil, and it took my onions wouldn't brown because I was making it for, like, 10 people instead of 2, and then my it just
So I feel like you need a different solution because what you're describing isn't necessarily a complicated dinner, or like it didn't need to
okay,
be.
yeah, way to just, like, completely poke holes in my logic.
I just like don't want you to be crushed when you like, you know.
Well, I'm not crushed, I want to rearrange the way I entertain. Because the
Yeah.
past 3 times we've had people over, I've done that. It's been a meal where everything was kinda prepped and done ahead of time,
Mhm.
and I was just so much more relaxed and present. It's honestly working the food culture that we're used to into a new entertaining space.
Mhm. Or like can you just make the cooking part of the hangout? I mean, you don't have to be
No, I
crammed into your
cannot.
kitchen.
No, I cannot. That's the whole point, is I
Yeah.
used to be able to do that in our
Yeah.
old kitchen, and our new kitchen is so far removed with no island
Yeah.
that I cannot. That's the whole point. I
And
can't.
there's like not enough room if
And
bodies
my
are
style
leaning.
is, "Oh, you wanna be friends? Here's a knife. Chop this for me, whatever. We'll have a conversation with busy hands."
Yeah.
And that's not a thing anymore.
I think we're gonna have to work on that one. I think we're gonna have to perfect your in on that one. We're gonna or you're out. We're gonna have to
You don't
yeah.
like my out. You hate my out. She hates my out. Everyone, she
No,
hates
I
my
I
out.
just I'm trying to be realistic and, like, really help you set up for success and,
And
like,
this is why I call her for things, and sometimes why I don't, you know?
like, from the dinners that I've had you make like, vodka sauce is like making it's like me making Annie's mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Wait. No, you go, and then I have one.
okay, ready? My
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
The minivan.
I knew it. I've been waiting for this one. I've been waiting, everybody.
I swore I would never drive a minivan. Never,
Okay,
ever.
and I need to interject for all my friends listening and all the strangers too, because maybe more strangers listen than my yep.
I think that's true.
I think it is too. So, if you ever see me get a minivan, like, please provide a wellness check. Like, I
See,
don't
that's how
know,
I
like,
felt.
check in on
That's
me.
I was sure I wouldn't. And Kevin has always wanted one. And after enough road trips to Ohio specifically with
With our that's
our
where our grandparents and our some of our aunts and uncles and cousins live.
yep, so like picture either Subaru Outback or Subaru Legacy. And like Kevin always wanted the Legacy because he likes driving it. So,
Over the okay,
well, it's newer, like it is, whatever.
sure.
But the rage induced when I would have to crawl over like the center console to get into the back
Mm-mm.
to like
No,
either lean over and
no.
nurse a child because I didn't want to take them out of the car seat. Like better I die in a car crash than them. So I would like lean over the car seat with my boob and nurse on a long car ride. Like the amount of curse words coming out of my mouth
They all
when I'm
sounded
like,
like fish, right?
yes,
This
fish,
fishing,
fish
fish you, fish it.
with
I'm
two
fishing
car
done with
seats.
this.
And then trying to get my birthing hips in between two car seats and like getting cut by the plastic. Like I'm so tense. Okay, the minivan.
I'm tense.
Oh,
Just listening.
we just did it. What, 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
To mom and
Incredible.
dad's, which is 3 hours away from you. Yeah.
Actually, life changing. Sort of like the laundry baskets. Like when we have to go do an errand, I'm like kind of excited still. Charlie can open and close his own door.
Oh, like with the button.
Yes. I can do grocery pickup and
Oh.
just hit the button. I mean, granted, it's another layer that our Outback currently, the back hatch doesn't stay open by itself. So you have to like one hand hold it, or I hold it up with my head while I'm like loading things. But yep, minivan in. Rage, auto induced rage, out.
Okay.
It was a journey.
Do we wanna link, like, self-respect or, like, your old self, like, with the you know?
I'm over it
I mean, you've been gunning for this minivan I think, like,
for like a
active
month now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, ever since our Thanksgiving road trip, in fact.
Funny
All
how those 2 things are linked.
right, you go.
It's uncomfortable. So my in is, actually getting a babysitter for th
I'm just like not even gonna say anything. That's not even true. You know I'm gonna say things, but you finish, then I'll go.
No, that was me. And
Oh
what
my
would you like to say?
how many times does a person have to tell their sister, "It'd be really great for you to have a babysitter. Here's a number."
I mean, listen, Sadie, our sister, lives in this city. She lives 10
Mhm,
minutes away. Kyle's mom lives in this city, 20 minutes away.
mhm.
So it's not like we haven't left our child. I mean, we
It is
haven't
you
done it
haven't a lot.
often.
No, you hardly have. Also, it is a different experience with a stranger, and, like, I've never had to do it with an actual stranger. Like, it was either my student or Kevin's student, so I totally actually get that.
Like
But
I've
I think it's
never I think like if I knew the person that I was calling, it would be really different.
yeah, like one of your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then, like, we haven't ever been like, "We need to find a babysitter," like we would if we were in a different city because we have 2 people who are reliable, but, like, for example, we had a wedding in October that I thought we would have childcare for, and we just didn't, and that was just a bummer, frankly. Like, it was fine, but it was a moment for me where I was like, "Emily, you can't be an idiot. You've had this kid for a year. Don't be dumb." Like, there are certain things when you should just make sure that this is firmed up.
yeah.
And then, there's another time, like, we were out with college roommates. It was totally fine that he was there. But it was another moment when it was like, you know what? Most of your friends don't have children. If you're going to be part of that community, you also need to play by their rules often. So get it together.
Or you want to. I'm sure they'd be fine either way, but you want to
Well, but
yeah,
our friends come to our house all the time. We're so
yeah,
lucky and they're so kind and gracious and head out our way often because he goes down at 7:30. So it's
yeah.
like it needs to be a reciprocal relationship. Like we can't just say, "Hey, always come here."
And it's really hard and, like, it's still hard for me, and I remember hearing I think Dr. Becky was like, "You're just gonna feel guilt, and that's okay, and that's normal, and you might have, like, some lingering guilt your entire time out, and that's also okay and, like, healthy,
I
especially
think
when you leave your child crying when you walk out the house."
I I don't think that guilt is it for me.
Mm.
Just because I think it's healthy, like, I know it's healthy, so it's not like I should be doing something different, like, I feel badly for doing this.
So what is it?
I just feel bad. I'm like, "What are they doing? How are they?" And I'm in the phase still where I'm like, "Would I be happier if I was with them?"
Yeah, but I think that's kind of the point, like, you have to rip off the Band-Aid because you will feel like that.
I mean, I was out the other night and Kyle was home with him. Like, it wasn't even a sitter, like, I was away from them and I was like, "This is nice. I think this was really nice for me for, like, an hour."
Yeah.
But I think I might be having more fun on my couch right now, you
Well, that's
know?
great. I mean, good life.
I don't know. Anyways, so
I love it.
getting getting a babysitter is gonna be in for me in
So
2025. And, out is not budgeting for childcare, which actually we have budgeted for we've had nannies before, like, whatever.
you can do it. You got this.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. I already prepped your babysitter.
Oh, yeah, can you send me her phone number for the 5th time, please? Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you might have to text me. This could be my last one. This is
Yeah.
gonna be a duh moment for you.
Can't wait.
My in just take the poopy diaper out of the house immediately.
That's not a duh for me.
I just discovered in the last, like, month that the lingering smell in our house
Is
is
in fact
is poop. It's just poopy diapers. And ever since, literally, when she poops, I throw it down the stairs. It's like I have to trip over it to get out. And sometimes I just throw the poopy diaper on the back porch, and it might be there for a day because it's winter and it's just like a frozen poopy diaper on the back porch. How ratchet is that? However, my house doesn't smell like poop.
I don't think I've ever smelled poop in your house.
You don't think you do, but there's like some underlying smell. Yep, poopy diapers out right away.
Can I put some, like, sibling fish on this episode? We were leaving mom and dad's, and was like I was asking dad which bin was their trash because I had gone out into the garage to, like, throw a bunch of diapers away, our diapers, And I was like, "The bin is totally empty, like, I can't tell it's an empty bin, I wanna confirm
Uh-uh.
that this is the garbage bin." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I just took it to the dump." And then he was like, "Can you please it's just, like, way easier for me if can you put all the diapers into one bag? Because I feel like whenever you kids leave the house, they're all in individual grocery bags, and then I have to take each one individually out. Could you just put them all in one bag?" And I for sure was just like, yeah, dad,
No.
actually, that's 100% the rules every time. Because when Kyle and I come to visit, we take one plastic bag because we're environmentally conscious and we just keep putting new diapers into it. But I did just trip over 5 individually
Uh-huh.
wrapped diapers in the garage, but those are all the O rules. So
Well, and it's specifically Callie, because Kevin probably left the poopy diaper somewhere in the house.
he didn't this trip. He always does. Every single other trip, he does.
No, they're probably not poopy. I'm sure he
No,
takes the
he
poop.
does. I pick them up sometimes. Also, we were leaving mom and dad's after Christmas this time, and I was like, "Oh my god, Kyle, who's gonna tell Callie that Kevin left his underwear in the bathroom every time again?"
Did he really?
Even though he said he didn't this time, I heard
Did he
him.
actually?
He goes, those are your dad's."
Oh, in the kid bathroom,
In the kid
because the
bathroom.
sauna is in the kid bathroom.
Yeah,
Oh.
win for Kevin Rule.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell him. He'll be really
You
proud.
should. I don't think he left anything.
No, we did pretty well. It's the minivan. I'm telling you.
So
Actually,
much
no.
room.
Wait. My debit card is at their house.
Oh, I mean, that's on you.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's
Okay,
just
last
Oh,
in
okay.
for me,
Mhm.
honey-do list.
Yeah.
They're new for
I don't
us.
really want you to call it that, though.
I actually hate that, but
Yeah, can you just, like a
checklists,
to-do
a to-do
communal to-do
list?
list?
No, it's not communal, it's, "Kyle, please do this."
Uh-huh.
Like, we'll do like, I divide it. I'm like, "This is what we need to do. This is what I need to do these things. Like, actually, please don't do them because I want to do them. This is for
Mhm.
you." And he just really executes. And
Mhm.
he's just I just wanna give him, like, a lot of kudos right now because I'm getting a lot of noise about men not picking up the mental load and men not understanding the mental load, and I do understand that in a lot of situations that is kinda ridiculous and really poor partnership, and I don't want to diminish that, but I do want to give a positive shout out to a man who's really trying to assume the mental load. So, yes, I still make him lists. Like, yes, that is the mental load. He has to ask me for the lists. However, lists are very new for us in our marriage after having a kid. I'm watching him like clock these recurring themes on these lists and he's just doing them. Like more and more often I'm making the list and he's like, "Oh, I already did X, Y, and Z." And
Amazing.
I just am like, "Hell yeah." Like it's just a note for me and I just want to put this out there for women who are really struggling with this. If you don't have a willing partner or a gracious partner or a generous partner, I'm really sorry. That sucks. I don't know how to talk about that. But if you have a partner who really
We're not the expert on that
no,
one.
absolutely not. But if you have a partner, like if you're struggling to hold all of the mental load and you're verbalizing that with your partner and you're both working on it together, I just like give it a little time. And if you consistently put these things on his plate and ask him to notice and clock those things, I think we as women, if we want change, it'd be nice to just assume that men are going to take that mantle on. But also, like, what if we give them the opportunity?
Okay, I'm only laughing because I
Why?
skipped over this for myself.
What?
I
Tell
literally
me.
had my in communicating with Kevin,
Yes.
and by that I mean, like, communicating my needs or what I need from him.
Yeah.
My out was assuming he knows.
Yes.
I mean, it
Also, that we
and
can't expect
everybody
each other.
says that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
everybody gives you that advice, and you're like, "I don't wanna follow it." At least I was. But quite
Oh,
honestly,
really?
writing a list or, like, just really saying, "No, I need you to do this thing," or, like, actually just is pretty straightforward.
It is, and I just really appreciate him taking the initiative to try and do the things before I ask him to do them.
That's awesome.
So, I don't know what my out is, but that's in. That's in.
The out is that you called it a honeydew list. We're gonna make that
Ugh,
the out.
yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
the
give you a
out.
new.
What's a better name?
Well, mom always, what did she call? You might have been not homeschooled anymore. She created the acronym HIT for a while, and it was
Excuse me?
I know. She's so intelligent, but it was habitat improvement
Oh,
time.
no, I was here for this.
So we
I
all
just
had our
blacked this
lists.
out.
So of course it was
Yeah.
like just us literally wailing on each other, thinking we were being really funny.
Yeah.
So
No,
don't
but the
call it that.
habitat improvement is like, if you think your habitat is fine, you're not gonna be motivated. And we
Mm,
were like, "What's wrong with our habitat?"
that's true.
And I think that most men who are not automatically seeing these things and assuming that they need to be done, they're
Yeah.
happy with their habitat or they would create change for themselves.
True.
TBD. Listeners, if you have a better name for this list, this collaboration vision board,
Vision board.
let us know. We'd love to know.
Oh, speaking of Kyle,
Yeah.
he's going to be on.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about putrescence, which might be a made-up word. We're not sure.
Yeah.
And then Kevin will be on, so that's coming up. What are you laughing at right now? I'm looking at the time trying to wrap this up. Happy 2025.
2025.
Love it.
Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to The Real Mom Hub. Our music is by Naomi O'Leary. You can find us on social at The Real Mom Hub. We're not the authority or even very educated on the medical issues discussed. Do your own research, talk to an expert, make your own decisions, and call us if you learn anything new.
If you like what you hear, follow us on Instagram, or better yet, subscribe to our newsletter. If you don't, that's fine. We can all move on. Our purpose here is community, so if we've resonated with you, tell a friend.
Thanks for listening.